Hey y'all, welcome back to my Dark Souls Filthy Casual run. My name is Rob. And last time, the struggle was real trying to explore all of the Ulasil forest. But I got all 4 pieces of the Guardian set, and when I went back to reclaim my souls that I lost, the other 2 items that were in my line of sight where I died were a soul item and Goff's Great Arrows. Great Arrow used by Hawkeye Goff, one of Lord Gwyn's 4 knights for dragon slaying. Requires Great Bow. Goff personally crafts each stone tip and wraps the shaft tightly around with tightly with tree bark. So yeah, he basically launches trees at dragons. But anyway, without further ado, let's fight this boss. He seems nice. The man, the myth, the legend, Knight Artorias, the Abyss Walker. This boss fight is all about patience and proper dodge timing. And not letting him buff when he does this. I don't think Sunlight Blade is doing very much damage on him. Artorias, like other bosses in the DLC, have high resistances to, like, literally everything. He is fast, highly aggressive, very powerful. Yeah, Sunlight Blade was only doing like 20 extra damage. It really doesn't matter what weapon you approach Artorias with. The key is just to be patient. Super slow weapons, though, I don't necessarily recommend. But if you do fight with them, you just have to be very... you gotta just kind of play defensively and counter him. You have to really time your hits well. So Artorias will counterattack everything, and if you heal, you better make sure that he's in the middle of an attack animation and can't attack you while you're healing. I'm wanting to heal right now, but, well, I better take this opportunity to knock him out of that because I don't want him to buff. Let me see if I can bait something out of him. Yeah, like right after that move, you don't really want to heal because, I mean, he can literally just flip again right afterwards. Oh, okay. Yeah, like if you can dodge that attack, that's a good time to heal. There's very few of his attacks you want to try to roll into. For the most part, you want to roll to the side. You don't really want to roll away either because his reach is something else. Ooh, he almost got buffed there. I just barely knocked him out of that animation. Yeah, he's not too happy with me. Yeah, see that right there? That was really risky. Shouldn't have done that, but I got away with it somehow. If you want to try to tank hits from Artorias, you've got to be using a shield with a lot of stability. A highly upgraded Balder shield, or a Silver Knight shield, or Black Knight shield if you were lucky enough to have gotten one. Those can work really good for medium shields. I'm actually going to give Artorias a bow. Good boss fight. And one that I respect. But yeah, as I was saying, great shields. I'm not really much of a great shield user, but I would assume they work pretty well against guarding his attacks. If you're using more of a tanky build. But yeah, patience is key. Now, let's go ahead and light up this bonfire. I don't have the humanity I want to have for kindling it up. But that's okay. I'll end up getting that later. Use my souls to level up my endurance again. I mean, at this point in the game, the more endurance, the better. Let's see. Do I want to try going human at this part? Well, at the risk of being invaded by somebody, I'm going to go ahead and attempt. Because there's an NPC invader I want to get down here. My soul level, though, 82. I don't think there's a ton of PvP that goes on here at that soul level. So we'll see. Got some new enemies here. People who were once human, who have been warped by the abyss into these strange creatures. It's an enemy that attacks in high numbers, but you don't really want to attack in high numbers. Yeah, I've got poise, but they can still break through it quite easily with those jumping attacks they do. But thankfully, they don't have poise themselves, so they can't poise through your attacks. Knight Artorias. I've got to read his soul. We finally met with him, but I don't think we've learned much about abyss walking just yet. Let's see, I don't want to risk trying to read his soul just yet. I want to try and get this NPC invader out of the way, then I'll worry about that. Okay, and I'm poisoned. Yeah. Those Ulasil dark sorcerers can hit you with their catalyst, which will inflict poison. Strong poison, I might add. Gosh, let me see here. Thankfully I have a lot of moss from killing all those scarecrows. Let's see. Oh yeah, remember Marvelous Chester? We just met the guy. Turns out he's not very nice. Remember how I said he wasn't your friend? Yeah. That's why. Gives you a decent amount of souls for killing him, though. Alrighty, at this point I don't care if I get invaded. Some mimic here. Go ahead and deal with him the way we do all mimics. Knock the crap out of him and take the item. Very good carving. It is a very good carving. Let's read the Soul of Artorias, though. Soul of Lord Gwyn's Knight Artorias, who was consumed by the Abyss. The legend that Artorias repelled the Abyss only told half of the story. It seems that he was defeated, and his honor preserved by some unsung hero, who is the true victor over the Abyss. Interesting, the way legends work. Artorias got all the credit of some unsung hero. But who could it be? I guess we'll just have to play further into the game to find out. But before I do that, let me... I really wish I had more humanity. I want to have that bonfire kindled. Yeah, these guys drop large titanite shards if you happen to need one. I guess for the time being, I'll just go on and explore more of the level. That wasn't what I had in mind. What is it with me and gravity? I am the Wile E. Coyote of Dark Souls. Blah! Well, I'm undead again. Or hollowed again, rather. And I can't be invaded, so there's that. Didn't seem like I was going to be invaded, though, in the first place. But who knows? Get... Yeah, these guys have a chance to drop their heads, actually, that you can wear as a hat. The sorcerers drop a separate one. And the sorcerers can also drop their catalyst. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is about like just the regular sorcerer catalyst. I don't know if it'll inflict poison if you use it as a melee weapon or not. I don't usually use catalysts for melee all that much. Is that my bloodstain? Oh good, it's in a convenient location. Yep. No! Don't do that. Stop it. I'm surprised that sorcerer hasn't tried to cast any dark magic at me. That's like its worst attack. Oh well. Let's try this again with a little bit less fail this time. Yeah, see, that's what I was going for. I don't know why I just dove off the edge into the abyss. And I don't know what just killed that thing. Weird hula seal thing. There's a crystal lizard there. He got privy to us and is gonna run away and teleport away, but whatever. Not a huge deal, really. I can always quit out of the game to get him to respawn. Except I don't really need upgrade materials at the moment. Let's see. Oh, okay, there's some of that dark magic I was talking about. You don't want to get hit by that. It hurts a lot. Yeah. Just get rid of him. I'm trying to explore this area down here, if I can get the camera to focus right. Where was that place I was just looking at? I'm so confused now. This really isn't difficult to do. Ah, here's a good thing. Let there be light. Big hint from the developers there. That's a developer message. So what that is saying is you need some type of light source, be it the sunlight maggot, skull lantern, or cast light. I happen to have the skull lantern close by, so you open that up with light. And we get the silver pendant. Put my catalyst back on there. And silver pendant isn't an equipable item, it's a usable item. Ah, where's it at? There's the very good carving. I need to read that next. Silver pendant engraved with the crest of Artorias, one of the ancient treasures of Anor Londo, presented to Artorias for facing the abyss. effectively deflects the dark of the abyss, especially in its magic forms. Yeah, so essentially what this does is the dark magic used by the sorcerers, you can do this. It, you know, kind of has this, you know, Wrath of Gods or force effect, and it doesn't cause any damage, it just deflects dark magic. So there's that. And that carving, let's have a look at that. Head carved of arch trees by Goff in his imprisonment. Goff imparts an emotion to each and every completed carving, which helps him achieve personal enlightenment. When a head is disturbed, it speaks, reflecting the emotion conferred to it. This head says, "Very good. Have another look." Does it not appear quite jovial?
Very good.
Yeah, that's how you communicate in Dark Souls. Besides, you know, gestures and pointing and stuff, you do that.
Very good.
Very good. Yeah. Brought to you by Hawkeye Golf Enterprises. Anyway, let's see. Where do I go from here? I guess down. Except there are bad things down here, and I'm afraid of them. I'll cast Replenishment and see if that does anything to help. Otherwise, I should be fine. Whoa. Just panic roll. Hey, my panic rolling actually worked. How about that? Okay. So they were guarding some empty treasure chests. What's supposed to have been in them, I don't know. But we get one of the dark sorceries, Dark Orb. Let's have a look at that, shall we? If I can get to it. Probably should have scrolled from the top, but whatever. Abyss sorcery discovered by an Ulasil sorcerer on the brink of madness. Fire giant dark orb. In contrast to standard soul sorceries, Abyss sorceries are weighty and inflict physical damage. Perhaps human souls, because of their humanity, produce sorcerers with more tangible presence. That's an interesting thought. And through here is nothing, it would seem. And out here, I'm looking for... That's what I'm looking for. That Ulasil sorcerer in particular, but I'm honestly not sure how to get to him. Is it through here, maybe? Yeah, this has got to be it. And you get the "I'm sorry" carving. So we're able to say, "I'm good, I'm sorry." Isn't that an expression of atonement?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. If you need to apologize to someone for scummy tactics in PvP, there you go. If I ever try and demonstrate PvP with this particular build, I have a feeling I'll be using that one a lot. Let's see. So from this area, in order to progress with the rest of the level, you just got to do some parkour. Come over here where the crystal lizard was at. And back to here. I'm tempted to just teleport on back to the bonfire and use these souls, but I might as well just proceed with the level and try to open up the shortcut. I'm close to it anyway. Though I don't have a ton of Estus. I'll survive. Maybe. Yeah, I gotta watch that. You can backstab these things, which is helpful. Except they move around quite a bit, so it can be difficult. And you can parry these other ones when they melee attack you. I didn't demonstrate it too well right there, but it's possible. Maybe not with that particular attack, but with some of their others, it's definitely very possible to parry him. Watch out, because they love to ambush. They just love it. Case in point. There we go. Get some rubbish, in case you needed some rubbish in your life. Now, I'm about to attempt something kind of stupid. It's not necessarily the recommended way to approach this, but I mean, why not? I'm going to cast Replenishment to try and keep myself safe here. And away we go! Well, missed it by about an inch. Oh, crap. That is what I'm talking about. With those dark sorceries, they hurt so bad. Yeah! Such aggression. Sheesh. I should have had my, I should have attuned lightning spears. Oh well. Yeah, so for this part, he just hyper armored through my attack there. Yeah, just try and kite out enemies a few at a time. Yeah, which is easier said than done sometimes. He just broke that chain and is gonna let me get that item now. Let me see if I can get these enemies to come over here. Yeah, you don't want to just rush in with these. Even if you're confident in your setup. I mean, you'll see people who've played this game a lot, like Dark Souls veterans, who can rush in here and just kill everything with, like, their bare hands or whatever, but for the noob, don't recommend it. Now, we can get this item safely, which is Dark Fog, another of the dark sorceries. If you get right up under him, he can't hit you, thankfully. Yeah, I'm gonna go up and around and try to get to him. Let's see. There's plenty more items to be gotten in this area. Get on now. Get. Let's see. Try light. That was actually left by... That's not a developer message, but... It's left by somebody. And as far as I know, that's the only other little spot where you can use light to get rid of an illusory wall. And it leads to a red Titanite chunk. Unfortunately, there's no red slab in the DLC areas. Or what was formerly DLC. I keep calling it DLC areas because I'm used to old Dark Souls and not Remastered, but whatever. Gotta say, laughing Ulasil bloated head guy was laughing really hard because this mimic told him a joke. We get rid of him and get the crest key. Of course, keys always offer you up very valuable information. Bent crest key. The grooves of the crest are enchanted. The door sealed with a powerful spell. Yeah, it doesn't exactly tell you where to use it, but it's not too many locked doors in Ulasil. Excuse me, in Ulasil, so it can only really lead to one, which I'll go back and get. Dark Fog, abyss sorcery discovered by an Ulasil sorcerer on the brink of madness. Although Dark Fog is in theory relatively close to humanity, it also happens to be a terrible poison for humans. Perhaps it reflects man's cruelty against his own. Perhaps. Let's see. Down here is where you'll find that Ulasil sorcerer. And he just blasted the crap out of me. I don't know how I lived through that. Wow. That was crazy. I thought I was dead for real. I went and tried to be ballsy and everything. I thought I was going to roll through that, and like, nope. Busted right in the mouth. Let's see, you can drop down here and get some stuff. And I think I've gotten all the items in this little building here, so I've gotten all the important ones anyway, so I'm actually going to do just that. And climb around on these roofs here, or this roof. Get some twin humanities. As you can see, the city, we're getting down into the parts that have, you know, dipped further and further into the abyss. Like, I'm assuming this all used to be like up on flat land, but the abyss is consuming this entire kingdom. We're just going to nicely just drop down here, nice and safe, nice and easy. Oh, there's an item I missed. I believe I've killed all the major enemies I need to worry about. That's a dead end there. Yeah, here we go. Soul of a Hero. Alright. And from this room, this just leads right back out into here. So theoretically, you can skip all that and just run straight for this area. And that is going to be our next destination. However, gotta unlock this shortcut first. Very important. Getting about ready to wrap up this video here. I'm gonna go back to the bonfire. Use these souls. Put them to some good use. Let's see. Yeah, more endurance. Gonna keep pumping it until I get to about 40 or so, maybe a little more. I'll go ahead and use this Guardian Soul, see if I can level up. Hang on. Oh yeah, you have to select yes to use the Guardian Soul. Does that give me enough to level up? Not quite. Let's see, what do I need? About another 5,000? Soul of a Hero is a bit much. Let me try a large Soul of a Proud Knight. What does that do? 3,000? Yeah, one more like that should do it. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Yeah, I believe that's the ticket. Alrighty. Round out that endurance nice and evenly. And before I cut the video, let's see if we can't get a little dialogue here. Oh, who might this be?
You. Is that not the soul of the man who fell on this spot? He was a dear friend. I wish to pay proper respect with that soul. Would you be willing to part with it?
Sorry, but no.
Yes, of course. I must not be presumptuous. Artorias would not have approved.
So who could this lady be? Seems to value Artorias quite a bit. If you give her the soul, she'll give up her weapons.
What is it? Something else? Have you changed your mind?
Afraid not, lady.
Then you have no business with me. What is it? Have you changed? Then you have...
We've met Artorias. We've also met Dragon Slayer Ornstein. And we've just met another one of the 4 Knights of Gwyn. Kieran, the Lord's Blade.
You humans, always taking what you please. Then I shall do the same.
Sorry, Kieran. I hate to do this to you. But I want to keep Artorias' soul and also get your weapons. And armor. You can only get her armor by killing her. Not that anybody will miss her. I'm not even playing that great. I'm just kind of swinging stupidly.
How? You humans, my dear Artorias.
The equipment of the Lord's Blade herself. Porcelain Mask. Mask of the Lord's Blade Kieran, one of Gwyn's 4 knights. The Cyclops headpiece is common to all of the Lord's Blades, but Kieran was determined to earn this soft porcelain mask as a unique decoration of honor. The mask is lined with ivory locks of hair. A robe common to all of the Lord's Blades. These deadly women shift nimbly between layers of darkness, etching streaks of gold into the night air and planting visions of terror into the minds of their targets. A dark silver dagger used by the Lord's Blade Kieran of Gwyn's 4 knights. The victim is first distracted by dazzling streaks of the gold tracer, then stung by the vicious poison of this dagger. Curved sword used by the Lord's Blade Kieran, one of Lord Gwyn's 4 knights. Kieran brandishes her sword in a mesmerizing dance, etching the darkness with dire streaks of gold. Gold Tracer is probably one of the best weapons in the game. It's a curved sword which just does outrageous bleed damage. So, we need to have a word with this fellow over here.
Oh, you. You have quite some nerve. Or are you just thick? Fine then. What is it that you need?
We have nerve? Dude, you invaded us.
Did you really slay Knight Artorias? I'd heard the Abyss found him first, but even still, that's absolutely treacherous. Yes, magnificently so. Believe it or not, Ulysses has brought the Abyss upon itself, fooled by that toothy serpent. They upturned the grave of primeval man and incited his ornery wrath. What could they have been thinking? But to you and I, it's all ancient history. You have to ask yourself, does it really matter? Well, you've quite the nerve. I've had enough of you. Well, I'll be seeing you if you survive your travels.
Sounds like he might be threatening us. But I'll leave him alone for now. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you soon with more Dark Souls Remastered. Until then, y'all take care.